Am I crazy for planning for Black Friday in May? Absolutely, but I'm going to do it anyway. Every year at Black Friday, I always get mad at myself. I'm like, oh, I should have set money aside, or I want this, or I want that, or I just feel like I'm not taking advantage of what I could be doing during Black Friday. I kind of just get like a little treat for myself or a couple necessities. Last year was probably my best year planning for Black Friday just because I had a little bit of money set aside already. And I ended up stocking up on a few essentials, and it really got me cooking on the fact that I want to take advantage. Like, maybe not even just Black Friday, but just taking advantage of the best prices when I can. So I went ahead and made a vision board, and I know it's May, but because I work from home now and I don't have my big girl job anymore, I have to start planning ahead of time for when I want to spend a good chunk of change. So that is why I decided to be crazy and start thinking about Black Friday now. So I thought it would be fun to go over my vision board so you guys can kind of see where I'm going with this idea, and maybe you guys can start thinking ahead of some of the things that you would want to get a jump on. So when Black Friday does come around, it's not this last minute thought that, oh, I wish I could get that, or maybe we're putting things on credit cards or we're financing things because it's on a good deal and it makes sense at the moment, but and maybe if we start thinking about it in May, like crazy people will actually be able to pay cash for the best deals of the year. So let me get into it. We won't spend too long on it, but just to kind of get you guys cooking on some things that you could be thinking about for Black Friday that tend to be on good deals. Now, I don't know if I'm going to get everything on here. This is just the vision, things I would love to have, and I'm going to be tracking their prices. A lot of this stuff I'm probably going to make like a Black Friday wish list on Amazon and just periodically check it when I'm on there ordering something that I can't wait for and just kind of run through and get an idea of the prices. And then I actually launched a new app that I built myself. So I have the widget app that has inspirational quotes, and now this one's kind of like a budget spin tracker. And after I go over my vision board, I will jump into how that app is going to help me kind of keep track of some of this stuff so I can leverage the best deals, maybe not even just at Black Friday, but other periods during the year. So I've really been wanting some red light therapy. I think the panels are just out of the question for me. Like, one, I don't really want to stand the whole time while I'm doing red light therapy. I kind of want it to be a relaxation thing for me. So, and there's not like a ton of places where I would want to put a panel in my home. So I thought the mat would be really good because I can roll it up and keep it under my bed. And then when I want to use it, I can just lay it out on the bed and lay on it or lay on the floor. So that's something I'm going to be keeping an eye out on. And then obviously a red light therapy mask. I used to play tennis, so I have some uneven skin tone and I am susceptible to melanoma. So if I can just do something a little bit extra to kind of keep my skin healing and good, that's why I'm interested in red light therapy. I really want a hot round brush. I use my Dyson right now, but it obviously blows air when I'm doing it. And that's great if I need that when my hair is wet, but sometimes I use my Dyson, I just put it on the low air setting and I roll it out. So I would love one that just gets hot. I might get this one sooner because it's not, you can get some that are pretty good price. So that might be something that I get sooner. Thinking about shoes. So I'm going to kind of keep an idea on what I spend on my shoes. I usually only get about two or three pair a year, so nothing too crazy. So if they go on a good price on Black Friday, I wouldn't mind stocking up on getting my two or three at one time. Same thing with socks. I like to get a new, I'm kind of a weirdo. I am a Virgo, so type A, very, um, I'm very, very type A, very Virgo. I like to get a new pack of socks every year for the new year. So if something goes on a good price during Black Friday, I want to do that. We moved into a new construction home and we don't have smart thermostats. So tech is definitely a big Black Friday thing. But because it is May, it's Memorial Day. So I'll be looking out for prices for that. 4th of July, I'll be comparing prices and anything else. I don't know if there's going to be like a prime day between here and there, but I'll be looking to see if Black Friday is actually the best price for some of my tech items. I recently broke my ice machine, so I'm interested in replacing that if it goes on a good deal. I feel like gift cards are honestly something I've been keeping track and planning all of my meals by the month. So I have all my meal menus, and within that meal menu, I plan our eating out. So I'm going to go back through and see the restaurants that I'm selecting most consistently and seeing if they do a Black Friday gift card promotion. So I don't know if the sushi place we like to go to does it, but like some places will do $100. You spend $100 and get like a $20 bonus one. So maybe I can go back through and say, okay, we went here twice a month over 6 months, and if I get this much, then I could leverage it that way. We'll see. I know that can really add up pretty quickly in terms of expenses. So we'll just see what we can figure out with that. But I know a ton of gift card promotions happen during that time, especially because it's so close to Christmas. So this is definitely, I think out of all of them, this might be something that I really pay attention to because that's basically bonus money. It's not just a sale. I really want a sewing machine, some more tech stuff. I want to do under cabinet lighting and I think lighting somewhere else. I can't remember. I want to do smart plugs. I want to have my wax warmer on a timer. I want to have my front door lamp on a timer and some smart switches as well. So again, just playing into that tech. I want to switch out my Tupperware to glass lid Tupperware. I'm so tired of the plastic lid Tupperware. I tried to hand wash them only, but I hate hand washing. It just, I don't know. I like it to go through the heat cycle and the dishwasher. And then because I hand wash it, I end up leaving it in the sink and setting it aside. It just, I don't like it. I want all glass. I want to just be able to put it in the dishwasher. I don't want to stress about heating it up. So I found some that have like a silicone edge with a glass top. And because obviously the glass lid is going to be a little bit more expensive, I'm hoping they go on a good deal for Black Friday. I'll be looking out. Last year for Black Friday, I did get a lot of household staples, which you can see here. I stocked up on my cleaning wipes, paper towel, toilet paper, because Amazon did do Black Friday pricing for that last year. So I'm going to be noting the price that I've spent for a few things. If I can pick up trash bags, paper towels, shampoo, the household staples, I would love it. And this is where my app is going to come into play. A lot of my household staples I'm going to be sure to be tracking. So if I can say that, I'm buying toilet paper like once a quarter, I'm buying paper towel once a quarter, I'm buying whatever, and I know, okay, I need X amount for the whole year. I would love for Black Friday to come around in November and buy what I need for all of 2027, and household essentials are just taken care of. They're just knocked out and done. That's very type A and crazy of me, but I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's fun to know that I got the best price on it and that I don't have to plan for that for the rest of the year. I think that's going to make budgeting really easy for me as somebody who's just getting into it. And I just like doing fun things. To me, it's fun. I like getting into things like this. So that's what I'll be doing. Baby supplies, wipes, that plays into all of the household essentials. Some security cameras, that's something we've wanted to do for a while, and we just keep putting out the price because we do feel safe in our home, but we would like to get a better eye on our property. Smart picture frames. You guys, if you've been subscribed to my channel, you'll see that I've been really into memory keeping. Again, intentional living is very multifaceted to me. It's not just budgeting and things like that. It's also all the little detail things like preserving my grandmother's photos and then obviously being able to see the photos. So it's not enough for me to preserve them. I want to be able to appreciate them. So probably before some of the other tech stuff, like I have a thermostat, it would be nice to have a smart one, but the frame is going to be a big priority for me because I want to have multiple of those throughout my house, and I have like a DIY plan to make like a pretty bezel for it and have the photos rotating throughout the frames. I almost kind of want to do like not a gallery wall, but I have this wall on my stairs that's an awkward shape and I want to do like three. And I would like them to be smart frames where they're rotating out the frames like or the photos every hour. And I would like to have a few just throughout the house where I'm walking by. I can appreciate all the like millions of photos I'm taking of my son and just other photos that he can see, even of me and his dad and my grandparents and just me growing up. And he can see those photos and they're not just, on my phone for him to never experience as well. So that's going to be a really important one that's kind of focused on the memory portion of my intentional living. So I would say probably the essentials, maybe the shoes, gift cards, and the frames are a big priority. Probably the glass Tupperware as well are going to be something that I really try to focus on, and anything else after that will really be a bonus for me. A tripod. I got a tripod for when I'm filming where I have to adjust each leg to adjust the height, and that was dumb. I should have been way more thoughtful on something that was more practical so I don't get lazy when I'm filming and not want to change the frame. So I want to get or find a tripod that, at least for this one, you only have to adjust the up and down. You're not adjusting the up and down for each individual leg. So something like this, the least amount of friction I can have when I'm filming, because it doesn't come natural to me. It's not something I just like obsess over. It's definitely something I want to invest in. And then this is probably a reach. I don't know if this is going to happen, but I really want this cable workout machine. I don't want to have a ton of weights. I love that it's mounted on the wall. And I think weight training is going to be important. I'm not in a position where I can go to Pilates all the time. I think if I got this, it would pay for itself in comparison to a Pilates subscription for me in less than a year. And I get to be home with my son, and my husband can leverage it as well. And I just think strength training, especially now that I have my 98 percentile son who's pretty heavy, is going to be really important for me. And I've never liked going to the gym. I don't like making time for it. I don't like going out of my way. I don't thrive in that environment either. So I need to find an at home solution. And I've been getting better at doing my bike and things like that, but being able to strength train at home in a way that I think looks nice in my home and things like that, I want that really bad. But I think right now it's $17.99. I really, really want to see it go under 1500 potentially for Black Friday, and that could get me to pull the trigger on it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I really want it, but we'll just see where the budget takes us. I did find a way to get my budget down from the backyard. From I was getting quotes for $10,000, and we found a way to do it ourselves for 500. I think I'm going to end up making a video about it because I'm so excited about it. So definitely subscribe if you guys are interested in that. But this is my Black Friday vision board. These are the things I'm going to be tracking the prices and getting some ideas on. I'm going to be doing some research on the gift cards and the restaurants we're using pretty frequently. But now that I'm giving you the vision board and the breakdown and the mindset behind everything that I am looking for, let me go ahead and show you the new app that I launched that will show you how I'm tracking. I'm going to try to put in more and more things, but really the household essentials, the reoccurring purchases, is what the app is geared around. So I'm going to go ahead and switch the frame and do a screen recording on the app so you guys can see how I'm going to be tracking what I'm buying and how much it is. Okay, so I am back here and I am screen sharing my phone to my computer. So this is the app here. It's called Intentional Spending. So we will go ahead and launch into that. And I just been messing around with it. This app is really, really new. So I don't have everything set up perfectly, but I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a quick little rundown of what I'm trying to do. Here I have set up trash bags. These are the large trash bags that we have for our kitchen. And the last time I spent on those, it was $33.99. And if I go on there, I did a quantity of one. And then after you do it for a while, it actually will start giving you an example of like how often you need to purchase it. So it needs more data than just one, obviously. After a while, that information will be there. And so that is if I purchase it in February and then I end up saying I log another purchase for trash bags in September, then when Black Friday rolls around in November, I will know that I've purchased two things of trash bags. And I can also see quickly on one screen. That was really important to me, is I don't like fumbling through a lot of screens. That's just something about me in general. Whenever I'm designing like my planner, that actually have a paper planner. I haven't posted on my website, but I like to have everything. I don't like, I want to look at all the weeks, all at once. I don't want to flip the page, go back and forth between pages. And that was the same kind of idea here is I wanted to see February $33.99, July, you know, $34.99, whatever it is. I want to quickly be able to see that and see a bunch of products and scroll through it quickly. So that was one of the most important things when I was designing it. It's just a one-page look. And so that's how that is. If you long hold it, you can drag it around and do different orders for how you want things positioned. And then I'm going to be making updates to it as I use it. I start seeing things that could be a little bit better. But if you want to do a category, you have to do that when you're making the product. So right now I have cars and kitchen. Kitchen essentials is the main thing that I'll be tracking, paper towels. That's just where I have the most reoccurring things. Everything else I don't use a ton of. And then my car maintenance, I just thought it would be fun to track the pricing to see the change of the oil, change of the prices of the oil changes throughout the years, or just like parts and things like that. I just thought it was interesting. Again, I'm just experimenting with the app. It's really just for the recurring essentials for the home was where the initial design for the app came into. So, and I don't personally like categories. I just like to arrange them because I want to quickly scroll through everything. But if you want categories, I put that there for everybody else. So I'm going to go ahead and add a new product. I just purchased nail tips on Amazon. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And I did that May 21st. And let me see. I think you guys can see my Amazon page here. Track package, share gift receipt, view invoice. Hopefully this doesn't show the address. It probably will. Yes, it does. Okay, I'll have to black that out. So I got the nail tips and I purchased them for $7.99. Sorry about my son in the background. Sounds like he's waking up from his nap. So nail tips in May for $7.99. I don't know if I'll go through and put the polish because it's not staying on my nails very well. So I'm going to go ahead and play around with that. This UV light shouldn't be a reoccurring thing. I guess I can put the nail glue, but they aren't staying on. So I'm torn on if I'm going to try a different one or not. But just for the sake of showing you guys how this is working. So again, May $7.99. If I use that for a couple months and I keep at it and I make another purchase in August or September, I'll know in May I spent $7.99. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go tend to my son. Okay, we have a little helper with us now. So again, the nail tips, May $7.99, and that kind of gives you an idea. And then I actually think I can add something else. I think I just bought more paper towel and I haven't updated that on here so we can actually start to see. Yes, I bought more paper towel on May 2nd. And let's go ahead and look at the invoice for that. $22.86. Oh, $22.86. So it looks like I got a better deal. So in February, I purchased paper towel. I believe it was the same one for $26.21. And now in May, I bought it for $22.86. So that's looking like every 3 months I need paper towel. So I can probably assume that I need one in August, but we'll just see how it plays out. And then maybe again in November. And then by the time Black Friday rolls around, I will know that I will need about 4 things of paper towel to get me through the year. So if it is on a good price in November, I will go ahead and make a purchase of 4 paper towels. And that's why I'm starting to plan all of this now is that's going to be a little bit more money instead of just buying the one thing of paper towel. I need to make sure that I have money set aside to make the purchase for the year. But then all 2027, I don't have to worry about it. It's pulled out of my budget and I can just save and keep things pretty simple. But this app is just a one-time purchase. I'm trying hard to stay away from subscriptions, but I do really want to achieve my financial goals and pay off our house early and things like that. So you can purchase this app for one time at $2.99, and I'm going to continue to make updates to it. I was going to say that I'm trying to get away from subscriptions. So I think when I launch a product or an app, I am going to try to have a core product that does not have a reoccurring subscription to it. My widget app is free, and this one is $2.99, and there will be updates, but I might have more premium features that for hopefully like a low price. I'd like to just stick to something that's 99 cents that wouldn't be overwhelming to add to people's subscription budgets, where maybe you can change the colorway on it or just do more advanced features that would still not inhibit the use of the app but just add more to it. But if you wanted to just keep the core forever price of $2.99, you could. But yeah, I made this, and it's a tool that I wanted for myself, and then I decided, since there's all the ability with AI now, that I could make something and share it with everybody. So yeah, it's called Intentional Spending. It'll be linked down below. It's a $2.99 one-time purchase, and I will be trying to make updates to it and making it better. And you're always welcome to comment on my videos or find any other ways to contact me to try to make it better. If there's a feature that you guys would like to see, I have no problem hopping on with my little AI helper and trying to make it better for you guys. I just want it to be something that we can all just maximize our budgets and keep track of everything, and you know spend our money in the ways that we want to spend it, and not just how whatever price that they're willing to sell to us that day. So if you're still here at this point in the video, I really appreciate it. Me and my helper, I'm probably going to go feed him a bottle. But thank you again for sticking around this late in the video. Subscribe for more intentional living tips, and I will see you in next week's video. Bye, guys.